By the way, Sunday morning, Paulie says, let's book Nick Wright, win or lose. So just so you know, we wanted to have you on whether the Chiefs won or not.
No, that's a lie.
No.
You really wanted to have me on if they lost.
Well, that would have been
but
maybe.
Sadly for you and Paulie, and more accurately, almost everyone else in the media, I get to be right again. And amazingly, I now am on a 2-year run of being like, hey, the team with the best quarterback, the best coach, and one of the best defenses, I'll take them. While everyone's like, did you see what the Lions did to the Jags? Dan Campbell really has them pulling in the right direction. Oh, have you seen the Bills' point differential for 5 years now? The Ravens are one of those. How do you stop the offense even though they lost 6 games this year? And I'm like, I don't know. Chiefs win every Super Bowl, so I think they'll probably win this one too. Hi.
Wow.
I'm angry. I'm angry at how last week got hijacked. I'm angry at folks, instead of just being like, I'm sorry, I was wrong, creating a nonsense conspiracy. I'm angry at the way we cover football these days.
Who are we talking about?
Who are we not talking about? So the conspiracy stuff, mainstream media let the tail wag the dog in that the internet's talking about it. So I guess it's the story. I don't know, man. ML Football and Dove Kleinman got 9,000 retweets on this still shot photo of a potential hold. So I guess it's got to be the B block today. And then a Twitter account with 12 million followers says, relief is on the way, football fans. Relief is on the way. Finish the thought. If you're going to put it out there, finish the thought. Relief from what? A rigged game? Is that what we're saying?
Why do you think Adam Schefter put that out there?
Because everyone has had their brain rotted by an algorithm. And it's like, man, this sure gets engagement. And I get why the faceless, nameless accounts do it. It's literally how they make their living. I get it. Like, I don't respect it, but I understand it. I look at that, honestly, no different than folks, running any scam that people run just to get by. So be it. Like, that's your lot. I don't understand why someone who the $1,800 extra a month you can make off Twitter engagement means nothing to them, why they would do that. And I really don't like the hiding behind the, hey guys, I'm just presenting unbiased facts. There's a trillion facts to choose from at any given time. But if there were a conspiracy, Dan, on the internet that you murdered people, and then I tweeted, here's a fact, there have been 78 murders in Connecticut in the year Dan Patrick moved to town. I'm not saying anything. It's just a fact. Just a fact. These are the murders. Here's the numbers. And so
objectively, can you look at the Chiefs, step away from them? Have they got any kind of favoritism?
So the data suggests not. The data suggests. Now listen, it was a really bad look, and I will admit, when in the first half of the first playoff game, Patrick asked for a call, didn't get it, and then the ref came over to the sideline where he was sitting on the bench and seemingly oh, I'm sorry, that was Josh Allen and nobody cared. No one had ever seen that happen in sports history. It happened with Josh Allen, nobody cares. Do I think that the NFL protects quarterbacks? Brady got his knee blown out by Bernard Pollard. They changed the rules. Aaron Rodgers got his collarbone broken. They changed the rules. Do I think these star quarterbacks, do I think they get a better whistle than Will Levis? Of course. Do I think that the NFL is a very tough sport to officiate? Yes. Do I think that if you are in standalone close games, there's going to be a bunch of calls and people are going to have issue with it? The idea that they get a more beneficial whistle than the other teams, there's no data to suggest it. And that's why that that cherry pick data of roughing the passer penalties is so meaningless to me, because watch the clips. And then also, I'll say one other thing, then we can talk about the actual game. Watch that 4th and 5, the Josh Allen incompletion, and watch the reverse angle, the George Karlaftis hit. And I think this is what the football nerds would call teach tape. Karlaftis, head up, shoulder down, into his chest, and then before Allen's even on the ground, is backing up, hands up. You know why? Because they're a buttoned up, well-coached team that doesn't make those types of mistakes.
But why don't you just take this as a compliment? America wants a news story. They want a news story in all sports. It's not just the Chiefs. They're the latest, and people get tired of people winning. Like the Warriors, people got tired of that.
No, I reject that. People got mad at the Warriors because they thought they rigged it in a different way by getting Durant. The 73-win Warriors were one of the most popular teams. Steph Curry's changing the game. People were not only were people not tired of Michael Jordan and the Bulls, there's a whole generation that still pines for that era.
There was no social media back then, Nick. We don't. Okay, they didn't get tired. We only had eyewitness accounts. I don't know what social media would have said about the Bulls.
So, okay. So then, I mean, if the answer is that we now, in the mainstream media, with a responsibility, with better access to data, with more information, that we should just be taking our cues by what's trending on Twitter, I just disagree with that. And where I got frustrated and where I got really angry that morning was the story of the week should have been, on one hand, you have one of the most objectively talented players in league history in Josh Allen, who is staring in the face of a team that has beaten him 3 times in the playoffs, going for a dynasty. It will be a defining, not going for a dynasty, going to be the greatest team of all time. A defining moment in the best and the second best player in the league's career will be this football game. And instead, we're talking about the flag on Mahomes in the AFC Championship game from 2 years ago, and we're being led down this road by ML football on Twitter. I just find it, I find it cheap and unlikable. That's it.